everybody.
Good morning.
What a gorgeous day. And your name is?
Saria.
Saria? Saria arranged the weather today, so let's say thank you. What an awesome job you did. I'd really like to know your names, but you know what? We don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to count to 3, and on 3 I want to know what your name is. 1, 2, 3. So if I see any of you later on, I'll know exactly who you are. Okay. Now, how many of you remember my coming last year? Who can tell me what a refresher course is? Does anybody know what a refresher course is? What do you think a refresher course is? Excellent. That's exactly what it is. So for those of you who were here last year when I came to talk with you all, this is a refresher course. It means I'm going to refresh your memory as to what I told you last year. And I hope you remember what I told you last year. And I hope you're putting it into practice. And when it's really, really hot, what do you get? You get very dehydrated, so you're very thirsty. You're very thirsty, right? You're very thirsty, so you need something to drink, right? Okay.
Water.
I know school hasn't started yet, but I want to start quizzing you. And I'm going to see hands, and I'm going to call on the people who are raising their hands, okay? You can tell me what this is. Let's see. Yes, young lady. You think it's sugar? How many think it's sugar? How many think it's salt? How many think it's dishwashing detergent? No, it's sugar, okay? Would you say that's a lot of sugar?
Yeah.
That's quite a bit of sugar, okay? How many of you know what a teaspoon is? You know what a teaspoon is? A teaspoon is the spoon that you use to eat what?
Food.
Ice cream, what else? Cereal.
Tea. Yogurt.
Maybe soup. Maybe yogurt. Okay, that's the size of a teaspoon, okay? Now, listen. Okay, I went to a big bag of sugar, and I measured out teaspoons of sugar into this container. How many of you think that in this container is somewhere between 1 and 10 teaspoons of sugar? Okay, put your hands down. How many of you think there's somewhere between 10 and 20 teaspoons of sugar?
No.
How many of you think there are somewhere between 20 and 30 teaspoons of sugar? How many of you think there are somewhere between 40 and 50 teaspoons of sugar? How many of you think there's somewhere between 50 or 60 teaspoons of sugar? Keep your hands, those people between 50 and 60, put your hands way up. You're right. You're the ones who are correct. There are 53 teaspoons of sugar in this container. Would you say that's a lot of sugar?
Yeah.
Is sugar good for you or bad to you? Bad. Okay, hold that thought. Okay. How many teaspoons of sugar, I want to see hands. How many teaspoons of sugar do you think are in this bottle of soda? 53. Gentlemen in the back. Yes, how many do you think? There are 53 teaspoons of sugar in that bottle of soda. So, that amount of sugar is in that amount of soda. Now, when you eat different things like cereal, or you have a sandwich, or you have some fruit and all, there are good things in cereal and fruit that have things that are nutrients. Like what? Like vitamins, what else? Fruits, things like that are good for you. What do you suppose is in soda that's good for you? Do you think there are vitamins? No. Do you think there are minerals? Do you think there are good things? No. Do you think there are any good things in soda? I mean, you may be surprised to know that there is nothing in soda that is good for you at all. You will also be surprised to know that if I put this much sugar in that much water, you would not be able to drink it because it would be so disgustingly sweet. But the people who make this soda put a lot of chemicals in this, so you really can't taste all the sweetness, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. So, I read something the other day that I thought was very interesting, and I printed it out because I wanted to read it to you. so that you'll know. I don't even want to see the hands of people who drink, let's say, Coca-Cola. But this is something I read that I thought was pretty disturbing. Does everybody know what the Highway Patrol is? Those are like the policemen that patrol the highways in some of the bigger states. In many states in the USA, the Highway Patrol carries 2 gallons of Coke in the truck to remove blood from the highway after a car accident.
I have never
So that's what it does. Does anybody know what a T-bone steak is? It's a steak that has a bone in it that's shaped like a T. Did you know that you can put a T-bone steak in a bowl of Coke and it will be gone in 2 days? As I'm saying this, I want you to start thinking of your stomach. Okay? All right, to remove rust spots from chrome car bumpers, if you rub the bumper with a crumpled up piece of aluminum foil dipped in Coca-Cola, it takes the rust off. I don't know that any of you are aware, maybe some of the council is aware, of the battery terminals in your car that get all corroded. If you pour Coca-Cola on it, it'll dissolve all that corrosion. Again, think of what this is doing to your stomach. To loosen a rusted bolt, apply a cloth soaked in Coca-Cola to the rusted bolt for several minutes. And it'll loosen it so that you can get this. This is something to keep. This is the only good stuff. The only good thing that you can do with something like Coca-Cola. And this one I thought was particularly interesting. Coca-Cola syrup. Coca-Cola, if you see it in some of the fast food places, is actually made with a syrup. They put a syrup and then they add carbonated water to it. So the syrup, when commercial trucks carry that Coca-Cola syrup from one place to another, they actually have to use hazardous material place cards reserved for highly corrosive materials. So they have to put something on their truck that says that we are carrying hazardous material. Hazardous. They're telling us it's hazardous. And some of you, I don't want to know who, are actually putting that in your stomach. Awful. It's scary, isn't it? I mean, I thought this was a lot disturbing, not just a little disturbing.
What's hazardous?
Okay. What is hazardous? Who can tell us what hazardous means? What is hazardous?
Dangerous.
It's dangerous. Something is very, very dangerous, like an acid is hazardous. It's not good. It's not absolutely not good for you. Okay, what do you think we could drink instead? You can drink water? Okay, you can drink water. Or I heard somebody say you could drink milk. Milk's good for you. I like milk. I drink milk with all my meals, and I'm an old lady, and I'm still doing fine. If you like the bubbles, if you like the carbonation in soda, you can also drink seltzer water, tonic water, soda water, any brand, because it has the carbonations, but it has no calories, and it has no sugar in it whatsoever. You can buy these flavored now, so it has lemon and lime and berry, and they're really good. What I like to do is to put strawberries in an ice cube tray, fill them with water, freeze it up, put the ice cubes in a container, and then pour this over it. It looks really nice. And then once the ice starts melting, you can bite into the strawberries, and it's got a little bit of crunch in it, which is pretty good. So that's pretty cool for you to try, I think. Now, sugar's not good for you. Why? What does sugar do for you that's really bad? It gives you cavities. Oh, and where do we find our cavities? In your teeth. Funny you should mention that, because we have a special guest today. Oh boy, look what we've got coming today. Such a great crowd of kids here that someday we should really have a contest to name him. Right now, he's just pretty much Mr. T. We've heard terrible stories, and if you know anybody who does this, you need to tell them they need to stop. But we've heard terrible stories about moms who put soda in baby bottles, and we've also heard people that say, well, it's only your baby teeth, so it doesn't matter. Does it matter that you're doing bad things to your baby teeth because they're going to fall out anyway? Does it matter?
Yes.
Why does it matter?
Because when you have a cavity on your baby tooth, and once that baby tooth falls out, it goes right onto your new tooth.
It's gum to your gums. You all know what your gums are, not what you chew, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because if your camp is like the camp that I've been in, you don't chew gum in camp, right? Do you? No. You're not allowed to chew gum in camp. No, that's right. Right. It's going to do disease to you. It's going to provide the sugar is going to attack your gums as well, so you can get gum disease, which is going to affect you for the rest of your life. So this tooth is nice and pretty and white. What do you think he does to keep himself white like that? First of all, he doesn't drink any soda. No, he doesn't drink any soda. What else do you think he does? Let's see. Yes, sir. He brushes his teeth. How many of you brush your teeth? I should see every single hand up. How many of you brush your teeth at least twice a day?
I do it 10 times. So do I do it 4 times.
All right, exactly. You should be brushing your teeth at least twice a day, and clearly he does. I think he does because he's so
I
nice and
brush
white.
5 times a day.
You brush it 5 times a day? That's fantastic. You must have the cleanest, whitest teeth in town.
Twice in the morning, 3 times a day.
Oh my gosh! When you just keep going back to the bathroom and brushing again. And when you go to the dentist and he or she gives you a new toothbrush, you should be throwing away the old one because those sort of wear out too. You know how the brushes sort of go over to the side?
No.
You want to have a brush that's going to be doing a good job for you. And a lot of dentists give free toothbrushes when you go for your checkups. And checkups are very, very important. Yes, you have a question?
Can he talk to that class?
Can he talk? Do your teeth talk?
No,
Yeah, tooth talk?
the person in the class.
Do you think there's a person inside that? All right, we have one more thing to do because I know you have lots to do as far as you can. You have such a gorgeous day to do it. Yes, the secret is out. There is actually somebody inside here. Yes, who it might be. How many of you are going to really think seriously about either cutting out soda altogether or at least cutting down a little bit? If it can dissolve a nail, what on earth is it doing to your stomach? Never mind the weight issues and never mind the teeth issues. What is it doing to your insides? Okay, everybody, how many people are really going to think about it anyway, right? Awesome.